Did someone forget their manners? Flying is usually an enjoyable experience until you have to put up with people who left their etiquette on the ground. An airline passenger was recently roasted on Reddit and Instagram after a photo showing a pile of trash in the middle of the aisle right next to his seat. No one knows what happened prior to the incident, but the guy was seen reading a book looking unbothered with remains of a half-eaten airline dinner and trash beside him. While the passenger may have not been bothered by the mess, internet users certainly were. A Reddit user who claims to be a flight attendant said it's uncertain if the contents on the floor were the doing of this particular passenger, but they have seen passengers do this before, and it's infuriating. Since the photo was posted on social media, it's gotten over 34,000 upvotes on Reddit and nearly 5,000 likes on Instagram. More than 3,000 comments have been made between both platforms. Unfortunately, the witch hunt won't do much since the identity of the passenger and name of the airline remain unknown. Some people really need to learn some manners.
Chinese woman throws coins into plane engine for good luck. A woman delayed a Shanghai flight for several hours after she had the oh-so-Chinese idea of tossing coins into the airplane's engine for good luck. According to a passenger, the 80-year-old woman tossed 9 coins at the engine of China Southern Airlines flight CZ380 while she was boarding on the tarmac. Unfortunately, one of the coins found its way into the engine. Officials were forced to evacuate almost 150 passengers from the flight bound for Guangzhou, while the maintenance crew checked for any damage to the engine. The old woman, who was traveling with family, was detained by police. She told authorities she was praying for a safe flight. What's that old Chinese proverb about throwing money in engines? Oh, yeah, there isn't one.
Professor from China attempts self-upgrade on plane. A Chinese passenger who is also an assistant professor from UPenn attempted to upgrade himself on a United Airlines flight with embarrassing results. The flight was bound from Shanghai to New York City and was delayed due to the passengers' antics. Professor Lu Yong allegedly attempted to sneak into first class, but was quickly ejected by flight attendants, and he retreated to the Economy Plus section. When flight attendants in that section realized that he was in the wrong seat, they attempted to request that he move to his assigned seat in economy. Lu then threw an epic temper tantrum, eventually ending up on the floor, and refused to move. 3 Shanghai airport police officers were called on board, but when Lu still refused to move, the officers resorted to physically dragging him off the flight. Lu can be heard screaming that the officers are ruining his new clothes as he's unceremoniously dragged off the plane. During the process, he kicked the officers, causing minor injuries. He's been charged with disrupting public service, which can result in a maximum of 3 years in jail. All that for an Economy Plus seat?
Now that's what you call silent but deadly. All passengers on an American Airlines flight were evacuated on Sunday afternoon after someone farted so hard it made people sick. An unknown passenger reportedly dropped a stink bomb so bad that it warranted an actual deplaning. The cheese cutting apparently made passengers on the plane feel nauseated and overcome with headaches. The plane quickly landed at Raleigh-Durham International Airport in North Carolina, and passengers were released from the aircraft. Luckily, no casualties were reported from the windy incident. One big question, though. What in the world did that stinker eat? Okay, now chuckles aside, farts, flatus, or flatulence can actually make you sick. Backdoor breezes are comprised of minor sulfur gas components, including hydrogen sulfide. And depending on the amount, it can cause headaches, nausea, skin, and/or eye irritation. So keep it in your pants or, like, go to the bathroom or something. Man.